I'm not quite sure that I'll be comprehensive, but I do think myself that HIA, Health Impact Assessment, is really a technical tool that is stepwise, so it goes through a very structured process and comes out with a prediction about what are the likely impacts. It doesn't actually say these will be the impacts, but this is the assessment of what they might be. And it makes recommendations on how you can improve your project or your plan to maximise the health benefits and to mitigate the potentially damaging impacts. Health in all policies, on the other hand, I think is generally seen as a process by which you bring together a group of people with a common goal to discuss how they might organise themselves to have a health outcome. And so in that case, that a lot of can be placed, as in the South Australian experience, on the relationships between people. Seems to be critical in their context because they see it as a process that means that people have to cooperate together. And the outcome of that work, I think, is actually different from HIA, is that one would hope that you would end up with better policies that actually incorporate potential health outcomes in ways that make whatever your policy or plan is more likely to improve health. So I think that's the similarities. I think the differences are that a lot of health in all policies assumes that you're working only with government. So I think one of the differences is that a HIA doesn't just have to work with government. It can work with communities, it can work with the private sector, and it can take a more inclusive idea of who are the people involved in policy making. And so I think that is one of the differences. It's also what your authorising environment is very important too. So if you're working in a system that thinks what you're doing is important and they're going to support it, you're much more likely to be successful than if you don't have an authorising environment. And so to that extent, I think both health in all policies and HIA needs to be opportunistic. And when a chance comes by you to make a difference, that you should take it.